What influenced me to become a nurse was when I was going to high school. We lived about 65 miles from the academy, and when we had a chance to go home, one of the parents would come pick up a group of us, and on our way home one time with the neighbor lady driving, one of the tires blew out, and as the tire blew out, the car went upside down against a telephone pole. And none of us young people were hurt, but the lady who was driving was thrown out of the car, and she had a broken spine. So because of that incident, I decided I wanted to know what to do when those kind of things happen, so that's what made me decide to become a nurse. There are 3 other nurses in my family. There were 4 girls and 2 boys, and 3 of us older girls became nurses. My sister, just older than me, graduated first, and then I graduated next, and then my oldest sister graduated last. And by that time, everybody knew the Clark sisters because there were 3 of us that went through the same program. I took the 4-year nursing course when I was in college. I actually went to Union College School of Nursing, which was a BS degree, which was a 4-year course. So my first call after I graduated was to become a dean at Monument Valley, Utah, which was an Indian reservation. And I thought to myself, no, I don't believe I want to be a dean. After all this 4 years of taking nursing, I want to be a nurse. So I turned down that invitation, and then I received a call to come to Guam, and they told me that they were opening a little clinic here, and they needed a nurse to work with the doctor, and that there was also another single girl here who was the accountant at the mission office that I would be living with. So this sounded like something that I could do. So I accepted the call to come to Guam. When I got the call to come to Guam and decided to come, I decided I better find out where Guam was, because I had never heard of Guam before. So I looked at a globe and finally found the dot on the map where Guam was, and so that's where I'm going, out in the Pacific Ocean. When I came to Guam, the clinic was a little small clinic in Agana Heights, and there was just about 3 examining rooms on each side, and the doctor's office, and a little emergency room, and a laboratory, and of course the waiting area. And that was about it. And there was one doctor who had just come a year before. When he arrived, the clinic was built, but there was no examining tables or any furnishings there, so he had just gotten it all set, ready to practice, and so I joined him here. It was about 2 years after we opened our clinic that we really started getting busy. We were seeing like about 60 patients a day, so we of course had to gradually add a receptionist, and actually we needed another nurse, so I said, well, I have a sister who's a nurse, so we got her to come out the last year of my term to help us. So it was about 2 years later that we really started adding on other people to help us. God really blessed in the work of our clinic, and we were really supported by some of the local people. For instance, we didn't have a laboratory technician, so I learned how to do some of the simple lab work, and the other samples we would just collect, and a local laboratory technician would come pick up our samples, and then he would run them during the evening, and then he'd bring back our reports for us to see the next day. I really feel that the Lord led me here, and I think that He really blessed me in coming to Guam. He not only gave me a really opportunity to help the people here, but He gave me a home here, gave me a husband. He gave me 3 beautiful daughters, And I never regret having come to Guam. It has become my home, and I love living on Guam.